Hello everyone. Let's talk about low-tier styles that have been confirmed to have terrible win rates at the moment. This might shock a lot of people, but it's these 4 styles. Shotgun, Switch Hit, Trickster and Freedom. Freedom makes sense, because it is not a bad style at all, but it does have a very high skill ceiling. Trickster as well, a style that is pretty slow. But it's not bad at all in my opinion. Having Freedom dashes is still a pretty overpowered advantage. Trickster and Freedom's win rate being low can be coughed up as a skill issue on my eyes. But I can make an argument on Freedom that them removing most of Freedom's techs, such as changing modes while M1ing, definitely made it fall off a lot. If these 2 styles needed buffs, then I would give Trickster an actual gimmick this time, and give Freedom his changing modes while M1ing tech back. Anyways, let's move on to the other 2 styles with terrible win rates. Shotgun and Switch Hit. Notice how both of these styles are fairly new styles. Switch Hit's problem was always his gimmick being hard to activate due to it needing your opponent to dash a lot of times. And his thing of reversing inputs was pretty easy to get used to. His damage is not low at all, so it having a low win rate was a shocking discovery to say the least. But then I remembered that this style has bad dashes. Most styles with bad dashes have some insane upside to them, like Bullet having insane counter damage for example. Iron Fist having an 80% ultimate and insane M2 damage. Turtles having the best block in the game. And many more. Notice how every style I mentioned here has a pretty straightforward upside. Their upsides are very easy to use, but Switch Hit upside on the other hand, is a pretty complex advantage to use. So I could say Switch Hit having a low win rate is also a skill issue. If this style did need a buff though, it would 100% be something related to its meter gain. Like, come on. They need to dash 15 times? They could straight up just make it take less dashes for static to get out of cooldown. But since perfect dodge negation is a very overpowered advantage, giving it less cooldown would probably make Switch Hit overpowered. And yeah, let's move on to the final one, which is Shotgun. If you don't know it yet, this style got one of the worst nerfs in Untitled Boxing Game's history. They made its double barrage less reliable by making it last for like, a very short time whenever you have low stamina. So they took away his main source of damage. While Shotgun's base damage is very low. This is sad to see, because this style also takes extra counter damage. Even more counter damage than hands low. Shotgun has to work twice as hard to do damage to the opponent now that his barrage does no damage at all while having the risk of taking a tactical nuke to the face if he gets countered. Don't get me wrong, despite all of these nerfs, Shotgun is very fun to use. This nerf really only made it harder to play Shotgun. If you did manage to put the opponent on the ropes without relying on M1 knockback, his double barrage can still do a hefty amount of damage. But that's only if you play Shotgun aggressively. So you have to constantly take risks by being in front of your opponent for you to keep pushing them to the corner. And losing one of these risks will make you lose a lot of health. But this style definitely needs a buff. They could make his barrage last longer on lower stamina, but they could also buff its base damage. And yeah, that's about it for every low tier style in the game. Was it surprising to know that these styles have a bad win rate? And do you think they deserve a buff? Leave your thoughts on the comments section below. Anyways, tomorrow I will be talking about the styles that have a high win rate, and talk if they need nerfs or not. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.